little chippy out there. Is that something that's good to see, or you wish the guys wouldn't do that?
Yeah, good to see, but not the punches. I mean, I don't mind the intensity. I tell the guys that football is violent and it's physical, but we have to be tougher mentally and not throw punches, not cost the team. And there's still some new guys that aren't used to what we're doing, but the veteran guys know, But I think for the most part, competition's really nice. We're physical. Yesterday was a lot of live tackling stuff, so I feel good about where we're at and the competition, and I think we'll be in a really good place by the time we'll utilize all the practices we have to get ready for September 2nd.
How far along are some of these freshmen? We saw quite a few of them making plays down the stretch here.
Yeah, we have to give them a chance to perform and compete, and so they got a lot of reps. I think we got tons of reps last week and a lot of reps yesterday. Today, same thing. I think guys are a little beat up because of yesterday's practice, but we had to be in full pads. If we want to get better at tackling, we got to tackle and block and all those fundamental parts of the game. So, but the young guys, I'm really, really pleased. Tons of talent there. We just got to keep them rolling.
When you bring up beat up, how healthy is the team through about a week?
Oh, team's fine, but I mean, when I say beat up, they're sore. But there's a difference between sore and injured. So they're able to perform. Guys are not feeling 100%, but that's okay. We still need to get better as a team, but I like the physical part of it. I like that our coaches want that from our players, and our players are excited to do that. So way more physical football in the last 2 days than we've had, but especially yesterday. But again, great film and great stuff to evaluate.
When you're going through that, do you evaluate it day to day, or is it week to week? Is it just following the plan as far as how much contact you're going to have?
Yeah, I mean, we work really closely with our sports scientists and all that, and so we have all the GPS systems in place, and I mean, we can gauge and see how much they're putting out as far as energy and things like that. But when it comes down to it, man, I'm pretty old school. You can't get better at tackling unless you go out and tackle. And so we want to be better at tackling as a team. We want to be better at blocking. All the fundamental part of the game, we have to do that. And I think so far I think we've accomplished quite a bit in the last 7 practices.
Do you look at a guy like L.J. Martin as somebody who can contribute year one?
Yeah, I think everybody is at that point, especially now with the redshirt rule allowing them to play 4 games. So. I think we have to have a plan for all these guys, but right now we're trying to get them to learn the playbook and their role, and compete, and then we kind of work towards that as we get closer to the season. But yeah, I imagine there's not one guy on the team that I don't think can contribute and help us out on the field during our games.
Kalani, since we last talked to you, Utah joined the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
You probably know. What are your feelings?
Really? No, I mean, I'm really excited. I think the conference has gotten a lot stronger, and I'm excited that they're going to be on our schedule consistently. So I'm looking forward to it, and I think those schools that have joined, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Did you have a chance to contact Coach Witt at all over the weekend?
No, I try not to bother. I mean, we're all so swamped right now with what we got to get done. So, and then that doesn't help us for this year. I think we all know that it's happening next year, which is going to be fine. I think we can talk about that. I'll talk about it with you guys because we got the time now. But I don't want to disrespect his time and then also mine with thought of other than just seeing it and saying, okay, that's cool. Other than that, I got players on this team that won't play against those guys in the new conference. So we're focused on the schedule that we have right now, but excited about the schedule we have next year and years to come in that conference.
How do you feel about the state of college football with all the changes and the money grabs that these teams are making in conferences?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're a society that can adapt, and so I think there's a lot of interest in the game of football and college football, and change can be good. I think I know there's people that are upset about tradition being lost, but that's just kind of what society is. Things move and they adapt, and you evolve, and things change. And so I think college football will be just fine. We're all adapting to whatever happens and whatever happens with the conference affiliation and the realignment, and then also with what's going on with college football playoff and transfer portal and NIL, all that stuff we have to work with. But the interest and the excitement of college football has always been there, and it's still strong.
The other day, Kelly told us he's not that worried about the kicking situation.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with that as the head coach? Where do you see it?
Yeah, and I mean, I think Will and Matthias have done an amazing job kicking throughout this camp, and then we know that they struggled a little bit, and we put them in some tough spots in the spring, but they're going to be fine, and they've showed to me and Coach Pop that they're capable, and I feel really comfortable with those two guys competing, and really feel comfortable with the guys that are snapping the ball and also the holders. So the Ricos can punt, but they can also hold the ball, which helps us out.
How much has Ryder Burton pushed for that second quarterback job?
I think all those guys are pushing for it, so that it's a healthy competition. They all have the unique skill set that's probably an advantage to them, and A-Rod's focused on what he's doing right now with Keaton, and then whoever wins that second spot, we'll see how he can adapt and change his offense to utilize that skill.
So is Burton being considered in the mix for that
Oh yeah,
second team?
yeah. All those guys are still competing. I mean, I think Retzloff's doing a great job too, and Finnegan. So it just helps out having a room full of quarterbacks that can throw the ball.
Talk defensive line, because that's obviously going to be big for this defense. What do you see in their development there?
Yeah, I mean, Sione Poe has done a great job with the interior D linemen, and they're firing off the ball a lot more, and they're being a little bit more stout, and that comes with a lot of rep and technique. And then K-Pop's done a great job with it. Those guys are working really well together. K-Pop with the DNs, they're just a little bit more active than we've had in the past, and especially in the pass rush part of it. But I think those guys are working really nicely in the system that we have, and Jay's just throwing the whole playbook at them. So the guys are adapting to it, and they're actually taking it really well. And we have a bunch of smart football players, and so Jay's excited because he can add more to the playbook, which he has been doing, and it's actually nice to stress our guys a little bit.
How has the coaching staff come together in a relatively short period of time to get ready for this?
Oh, they're great. I mean, we've all been together before. We've been friends. We grew up in this career together, you know. So it's not anything that's brand new here. I mean, you're looking at the connection, the camaraderie that we have as a coaching staff, and there's definitely a great connection with everybody. And I feel really excited about our coaching staff and our support staff and our strength staff, everybody that's available that's helping our guys, and our players are gelling really well together, especially for the number of newcomers. I think it's gone really nicely, and that happens when you go through the dog days of summer and yet no one's watching you work your butt off, you know. So they all did it together.
Any other questions for Kalani?
All right, guys, appreciate it. Thank you.